her part, and even his. I mean, we're all human. We all have we all have issues about certain things, and who knows? Maybe he felt that he wanted to break away from the royal. He wanted to break that royal command, or that royal, cycle of, I have to marry a blue blood, or I have to marry a royal. I want to marry somebody who's real, who's, a regular person.
Wait a minute, you made an interesting point. So you said he wanted to marry somebody who was real.
I mean,
what kind of real you can get is an actress from California, because she ain't real. That ain't nothing real about that.
Maybe he wanted to marry another kind of fantasy then.
There you go.
Not the royal fantasy. He wanted to marry the Hollywood fantasy.
There you go, the Hollywood. Well, hey, Harry, you got your Hollywood fantasy. How's it going for you? How's it working out for you? We will only see how that leads for you. Maybe you'll become an expat in the States. And we'll be talking about Harry living in America soon. Who knows? Who knows? What is your prediction for the royal couple, as you've seen things happening up to this point now?
2 more kids at least.
Well, he said they're only going to have 2 kids max because of climate control.
Oh, see, that's good. See, all these people talking about carbon footprint, but those are the same people with all those kids.
Right.
Who y'all think is creating a carbon footprint? You
no,
kids.
You know what?
People, stop having all those kids.
Okay,
you don't have a carbon footprint.
I understand what you're saying, but here's the hypocrisy. You know that they had like this retreat to talk about climate warming.
Climate change,
excuse me. And they all these celebrities, and they all went over there. It was
in jet plane?
In jets, private jets, like over 157 people. So there's the hypocrisy too. It's like, you want to do all these good things, but
why can't we have a meeting webinar? We could do webinar.
Why not do a webinar? Why not rent just maybe a charter that you would take all the celebrities on? There's just like hypocrisy, and some people just don't care and they just accept it. But there's people like us and others who call it out, like, wait, you can't say you want to help climate change and then you are doing things that go completely against it,
Because it's all about the show. She got to show up in her plane. I can't fly with Beyonce because I don't like her. And I can't stand her. I'm going to snatch her ball. Yeah, And her plane ugly. Girl, do you see the inside of her plane? Oh, who decorated her plane? Woo!
Right. It becomes all these superficial things, But on the outside, they're trying to look relevant and important, and like we're doing things that are great and we're making a difference. Well, how about make a difference and donate to Life Smart Education? That's where you can make a real difference, right?
Exactly. LifeSmartEducation.org.
Look,
hit the donate.
Hit the donate button. I was just going to say that. Hit the donate button.
What do you call it? A residual donation?
No, it's called reoccurring.
Reoccurring donation once a month. $10. 10. That's all.
Right. Then you'll be doing some real good in the world, because we are making a difference, right?
Right. We are at Life Smart Education making a difference. So don't just read your tabloids or watch your Netflix and chill. Go to lifesmarteducation.org and donate. $10 reoccurring a month. Help us change it. We're trying to change the world. Let us help. Let us change. They're fake. We're real. Right. We're actually trying to make a difference. So help us change the world. Help us help climate change. We'll donate some of that money.
We're the real deal, right?
Exactly. Not her. Not at all. So whatever little side deal she's got going on with her clothes, her clothing line.
She's writing a kid's book too. I mean, she's trying. Right?
Oh, she really a kid's book?
About her dog. I don't know why, or we'll have to look and see why. I'm trying to really read this stuff, but it's so important in terms of what's really happening in the world. But, we are trying to educate young people about, the world and just looking into the lives of expats. And so it is relevant for us, but there's a lot of things that are just, we'll have to look further and deeper into them. But that's one of the things that she's trying to do. So I just, thought I'd mention it.
Well, if it's gonna help the kids, I mean, I don't know how authentic her passion is about writing this book, but in turn, at the same time, if it does help a child or if it does help children, okay.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what her motivation is behind writing this book, but it seems to be a natural progression for like celebrities or, that they either have their own clothing line or fragrance or they write a children's book,
Yeah, and you know what? I think some people do that because they're trying to get the word out about maybe things they've already been doing. But she could just make a difference just by making donation, visiting with people, being a humanitarian, giving them access to who you are, talking to people, trying to, empathize with people about, or sympathize with people about, where they're coming from and how things can get better. But there seems to be this undertone, but it's really about me, that I'm feeling, about everything that she's been doing because of the little incidences at Wimbledon or the baby shower where she's staying in, like, I forget how much it was, like thousands of dollars a night to stay in this place. I mean, you having a baby shower for what? You can go get whatever you want and still got money left over in the bank, right? Why are people buying you stuff at a baby shower? Like,
it's a show. She's an actress.
It's all for show. And so when you have these underlying things, what she's trying to show us just doesn't look real. It doesn't look real because how it's playing out seems so superficial, and that's concerning to me because I just think it makes us look bad as Americans, especially as a Black woman, mixed race woman that she is. It just, I don't know. I just wish it wasn't like this. I wish she had more of the Diana aura, someone who was privileged but was still a very giving, honest, grounded, really loved and cared about people. Like, there'd be these stories of people about how you wouldn't even hear about it in the news, things that she would do. Diana was the real deal. I mean,
yes, she was.
And it's just so unfortunate that Meghan is not trying to emulate that life that Diana gave when she was in the royal family, because people can see it. I can see through her. Like, I mean, it's just, we'll talk about it later, but I just think it's getting really bad. It's just
she is who she is. Just because you marry into a certain circumstance doesn't mean you're going to change. You're just going to keep being who you are. People don't change like that, like a light switch. It doesn't work like that.
Okay, so we trying to get her, we're rooting for her to try to do better and be better?
No, I don't care what she does. I don't care. Let her do what she wants to do. I don't live her life. I'm not living in her house. I don't have to be around her
but don't we want her to do well and to be liked
as a representative of America?
Yes. Don't we want that for her?
No, I don't care. I really don't care.
So we're just gonna talk about her, girl. We're just gonna talk about you. And
if she does, I mean, I would hope that she was as a human being. Be sympathetic to her, whatever her psyche is, or her mental well-being, or whatever it is you want to call it. But me as an individual person, as an American, yeah, sure, it would be nice for her to step up and be a proper ambassador to Americans. But I've got bigger fish to fry. Hopefully she will. Hopefully the next person or
maybe her son.
No, this is what I do. And this is how I conduct myself in my life. I am an ambassador. I do realize that. So I will, as an individual, will be that person that she should be. She has an agenda. Yeah. Okay? And so that agenda is never going to change. Yeah. Until something happens in her life, some pivotal moment in her life where she realizes this is what I don't want anymore, or I don't need this anymore, or this isn't working for me. Then she will change. I have better things to do with my wishes than hope that she'll change. Just she's entertainment.
Yeah.
Let's just hope that, my hope is that people will look at her and see how transparent she is and understand that she doesn't represent America. See, it's not about how she's going to change. It's about how people perceive her. Let us hope that people see through her shallow, existence and understand, okay, that's not all how Americans are like that. Mm-hmm. Like me and as a black man, not all black men are robbers, thieves, or criminals. Mm-hmm. I can hope that I watch the news and see some black man who's done some stuff like the guy just did the shooting in Philadelphia. But I hope to God that somebody out there is going to, there are people out there going to be like, oh, black people aren't that way. They're going to encounter me as an individual and take me for my, and assess me for my own characteristics, not hers. That's what we need to get away from. Let's stop looking at one person and think they represent all the peoples.
Right, yeah. I agree. That was very well put. I agree with you. Exactly. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll keep following the Meghan and Harry story with the famous expat Meghan Markle and see what happens and talk about it.
Okay. I'll be here.
Well, thanks so much for joining me for this episode of Expatty, and we'll talk again soon.
All right. Have a good day. All right.
Take care.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.